Hello, welcome back to Caravan Vlogger. What do you mean, what am I doing? I'm doing an introduction? No, I just wanted to come across as more professional. Everyone else does it. Oh, okay.
It's alright. It's Caravan Vlogger.
This is quality caravan vlogging.
Hi, welcome back. If you're a new subscriber, thanks for joining. I know over the last couple of weeks, because of all this stuff that's been going on with the caravan, we've had quite a few new joiners and in fact quite a lot of extra views. So welcome if you're new. Give you a quick kind of overview about the channel. So it's not really a how-to, every week it's not a how-to video. Generally, in fact, pretty much exclusively, we're not sponsored by anybody, so any reviews we do is stuff we've bought and we'll tell you straight up whether we like it or not. Now, of course, that might change if we get decent products. If anyone's brave enough to give us a product to review, then we certainly will review and be honest with you that we've been given that. So that's one thing. Another thing is we kind of like humour-based channel as well. I mean, we are serious kind of caravanners and have been caravanning since 2006. All our holidays are with the caravan, exclusively with the caravan. So we don't do any other holidays other than with the caravan. So that's the kind of channel it is: humorous, light-hearted, not too serious about issues, caravanning issues. Although we do cover quite a bit of stuff. At the moment, you've leapt in. If you're new here, you're right in the middle of us writing the caravan off, or potentially writing the caravan off anyway, and discussing how we're going through that process with insurance. Now, if you've watched our last couple of vlogs, so we had the crash, someone got into the back of us, and I'm just in the process. In fact, the last vlog, I was just showing you the damage. I'll put a link to it somewhere up above in one of these corners. If you haven't seen it yet, it's worth having a look. Surprising the amount of damage that's done by a relatively low impact accident. I mean, it wasn't like a 60-mile-an-hour smash in the back. Anyway, so without further ado, let's do a bit of an update as to where we are. So this happened on April 1st, which was the Thursday before Good Friday. I picked the caravan up after having the fridge fixed, which actually turned out it wasn't actually fixed still, although it was working when I left the dealer. So someone got into the back of me. Now, the whole weekend was an absolute nightmare because I had to wait till Tuesday before I could tell the insurance. Now, this is one thing I didn't know, and as I said previously, that we're learning, and hopefully you'll learn with us, because this doesn't happen every day, thankfully. So what's happened is, on the Thursday after the accident, 5:20 in the evening, I couldn't get hold of the caravan insurance. They were 9 till 5, Monday to Friday. I've since found out, which I suppose is okay. I just was expecting it to be like car insurance, like you ring them up. Right, so fast forward, after a load of heartbreak over the weekend, Tuesday morning, I could finally ring the insurance. They took details from me and said a really strange thing. They said, right, you can ring the third-party insurers yourself and deal with it that way, and get them to recover any losses, or we'll do it for you. And I thought, well, isn't that what you do anyway? But I'd have to pay my excess, which is actually £100. And when my insurance claims from the third-party insurance, I'll get my £100 back. Now, I thought that was, I don't know, it kind of threw the whole conversation really, because I was just expecting them to say, okay, give us the details and we'll ring you back when we've got an update. So it turned out that what he'd do is send me a claims form, which is great, I guess. So straight after that, I rang the dealer. Now, I spoke to the dealer, very helpful, very friendly, took loads of details from me. Oh, it'll be okay, it'll be, don't worry about it, great, put my mind at rest. They said they'd arrange recovery for the van. So I sent them photos, and then they looked at it and said, actually, it's more damage than we initially thought. So we'll arrange to pick the car up, pick the caravan up and work from there. Now, they can speak to the insurance company on my behalf. So that's good. So that was Tuesday morning. They said they'd email me Tuesday afternoon. Heard nothing Tuesday afternoon. went into Wednesday lunchtime. I thought, I'd have to ring them because I want things to get moving. So I rung them. The person I spoke to wasn't there. Okay, didn't they pass a message on to anybody else? I got the line, "We're busy, blah, blah, blah," which, again, I wasn't really expecting. Unfortunately, red mist descended, which isn't usual for me, but when it does descend, it's very difficult for me to kind of... Anyway, so I ended up saying, if you hadn't fixed the fridge, I wouldn't have been coming here. No, actually, I said was, look, so I got a bit cross and said, look, I know you've got other stuff to do, but for me, this is the most important thing. It's 2-week-old Caravan, bought from you. I need some help from you on this one. So then I sort of backtracked a bit. I said, look, I'm sorry. Look, I know it's not your fault, but the red mist was still there. So it was, you know what? It actually is your fault. If you had sorted the fridge out, I wouldn't have needed to come back to see you. And so it's 100% is your fault that it happened, because I would not have been travelling at that time. So anyway, we'll calm down a bit. And she said, okay, I'll speak to our manager and we'll get it recovered. So then she said, okay, we'll come tomorrow, which was Friday now, and they'll come and pick it up, which is good. And they did. And it was very helpful conversation with the dealer. It was actually the owner of the dealership, which kind of makes it a bit easier. You're not talking to anybody else. You're talking to the guy that's kind of running the thing. Very helpful, very friendly. Looked at the damage. We spoke at length about it. He said, I'll get you an estimate. And fair dues to him. That was 11 o'clock Friday morning, and by 5 o'clock Friday evening, I've got the estimate. Now, I'm not going to share any information with you on that at the moment, because I want it to go to the insurers first, and for them and just to go through. I don't want to, just in case someone's watching, and So I will share once it's all sorted out. I'll do a review of what happened and exactly who was good, who was bad. So at the moment, we're very positive about what's going on. So I've got to now wait from our insurers. Now I'll speak to them on Monday just to make sure they've got the claims form and the estimate. Now, one of the things I'm still a bit confused about is, I think what my insurer said was they would pay for damage, repair or replacement and then claim back from the third party, which is good. And when they get the money back from the third party, I'll get reimbursed my excess, which is good from our perspective, because hopefully you're not waiting for one insurer, in this case, 2 insurers to sort things out. So fingers crossed, we're hoping things will progress quite quickly, even this week. So I'm actually vlogging this Sunday morning for it to go out Sunday 4 o'clock. So it's all hot off the press. So, we're very positive about it at the moment. We're in a very good frame of mind about it, having not been... See, this is the thing. If you get one bad conversation with, say, the dealer or insurer, and it really does affect you. And it's this sort of incident, it's so easy for dealers and insurance, so easy for them to make it easier for you. As I'll just quickly mention the Facebook group. So if you're not a member of the Facebook group yet, please join. I'll put a link down in the description below. It's a very friendly group, and we're having some very good discussions on insurance claims, insurance claims, accidents, and breakdowns. So one of the upshot from what we've experienced is that people are now checking their breakdown and accident insurance on the car and the Caravan, because some car insurances, they won't recover your Caravan. So if you have an accident with the car and the Caravan's on the back, they'll recover the car, but who recovers the Caravan? So people then, you sort of think, well, okay, naturally the Caravan insurance will recover it. So that's okay. But if with our insurance, they're only open 9 till 5, and you have an accident at 8 in the evening, who are you going to call? Not Ghostbusters. Who are you going to call? I mean, if you think it through logically, which you're pretty much not able to do at the scene of an accident, I certainly wasn't, it kind of makes sense that it gets recovered via the Caravan insurance, you would think, but they're not available. So then you have to basically recover it yourself, or pay for recovery yourself. as I mentioned last week, what I did, I've got a accident recovery for the car via Nationwide Building Society. Pay monthly, and it's a multi-thing insurance, mobile phone, travel, and breakdown, and accident recovery. See, there's the difference. There's a difference between breaking down and being recovered and having an accident and being recovered. And just double check whoever you're with that they will recover you in. I think most people it do, but some it doesn't seem to be the case. So check on your policy that you've car, caravan, accident, recovery, or both. Because, as I said last week, all I was focused on pretty much was the caravan being stolen. I mean, the caravan breaking down. What if the caravan broke down? I mean, what is there to break down on a caravan? I mean, the fridge isn't working, obviously. But what if, I don't know, you have a failure with the wheels locking, or I don't know, any part of the chassis? How does that get recovered? Right, apologies for the rather serious vlog, but these are serious issues. So just to recap, the caravan is now with the supplying dealer. They've done an estimate, and I've sent it to the insurance company. I think now the insurance company sends an assessor, possibly, to speak to the garage, send an assessor just to make sure what the garage is saying is or what the dealer is saying makes sense. There's a lot of repair work to be done, back panel, side panel, interior, potentially the inside, definitely the inside layer of the roof. And like one of the things on the quote is that if when they're peeling everything back, they notice more damage, which there could be, that you can't see, then they would have to quote for further. And I mean, like I say, I won't mention the amount, but it's not a small amount of money. I'll update you again as soon as the insurance hopefully give us the go-ahead for everything. But at the moment, I just don't want to affect anything. So there are some glimmers of hope that we're seeing in news I'll share with you soon, hopefully. Nothing's been decided yet. The caravan hasn't been written off. But I suppose potentially it could still be replaced. Then we're going to have another round of conversations with people. Because that wouldn't really be satisfactory, I think, considering it was 2 weeks old when it got smashed. We hadn't used it, and anyway, that's it. So make sure you join the Facebook group and carry on the discussions there. There's some really useful information coming out. That's pretty much it. Thanks very much for watching. See you in the next one.
It's alright. It's Caravan Vlog.
This is quality caravan vlogging.